I knew it. I knew that I was going to be making a follow-up video about this motherfucker. I didn't know how long it was going to be. I didn't know whether it was going to be the next day, the next week, the next month, or even the next fucking year. But I knew that from my last video that I made about Johnny Somali, about him getting punched in the face. If you haven't watched that yet, go and watch it, just so you get a little bit more context, because it won't be covering that much. We're mostly covering about what happened recently. I knew that something worse was going to happen to this motherfucker. Now, if you don't know what's happened, Johnny Somali, who is a very controversial kick streamer, piece of shit, an asshole, and a massive fucking racist. What he's done is that, what he's been doing is that he goes around the streets of Japan, and he's not a Japanese citizen. He's not. He's just there basically as a tourist, but he's been living there for a little bit now. I'm not sure exactly how long. He goes around the streets of Japan and basically blurts out racist comments. There's clips of him on the train in Tokyo, I think it is, and he's going on about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings that happened. And I talked a lot in my last video that Japan is, you know, very, very big when it comes to being respectful, especially in public and to strangers. Japan, and on their respect, like when it comes to them being respectful, are massive. Their culture of respect is just on a different level to then like the Western culture is. Yeah, obviously in every culture, I feel like around the world, there's obviously different levels of respect, and you have to respect people's privacy and other people in public. But Japan is just even more. You know, respect is like on the forefront of their culture, and to them, being respectful in public and to strangers is a very big thing. And especially to an event like that, you know, us in the Western culture, you know, to us, it's just, oh yeah, that happened to them, but that happened to them in their country. And it was a very traumatic time for their country. So for you as a foreigner, especially going into their country and saying shit like that, it's going to have repercussions. I remember someone commented on my last video, and it's very, very true. You know, what they did is that they made a bit of a comparison, and it kind of helped bring it into light a little bit more. Well, not necessarily into light, but into understanding a little bit more as well. They said that it's like going to Israel and then screaming around and mentioning the Holocaust. That's literally, that's almost what it's like. One's obviously, you know, they're both bad things that happen to certain cultures, but that's literally what it's like. Or it's like me as a foreigner or another foreigner going around New York City and talking about the 9/11 attacks. That's what it's fucking like. So it's horrible and racist shit. And finally, this man has gotten fucking arrested. No, it hasn't been. He didn't get arrested for, you know, being racist and doing that stuff. You know, I wish that it was for that. But what he's gotten arrested for is that apparently he went into, and there's actually a clip of it, which I will show in a bit, and I'm actually going to show the clip of him getting arrested. Now, the clip of him getting arrested, for some reason, I can't, like, maximize it on my screen, so you'll have to see it in the article on Dexerto of where the clip is. But apparently he was trespassing on a construction site and harassing construction workers. And obviously, you know, you're not allowed to go into restricted areas, and a construction site is a restricted area by law. So you can't just walk into any construction. I can't just go into the city of Melbourne right now and just go into an active construction site, just walk into there and expect not to be arrested. You can't fucking do that. You can't. It's like going into a staff only area in a company as well. You can't. That's against the law. That's trespassing. Trespassing is against the law, and you can't do that shit. So here's the clip of him, fucking absolute dickhead. I can't stand the look of this guy. But here's a clip of him going into the construction site.
Yamaguchi Gumi niggas, tell him I said what's up.
Oh, he's going into the warehouse? Nah, this is wild. I'm just a cameraman right here. I'm just a cameraman. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I am sorry. Oh, he's going in the warehouse, dog. Oh my god, chat, what the fuck did I get myself into? Oh, he's mad. He's getting mad. He's getting mad, bro. He's getting activated, dog. Chat. He's getting activated, dog. He's pushing him out.
Hey, oh, Fukushima. Whoa. Fukushima. Hey, Fukushima, Fukushima.
Pressing.
Hey, Fukushima, Fukushima. We come to work. We come to work. We come to work.
I fucking honestly hate the fucking guy. Like, thank God that he had a mask on while while this was going on. Because honestly, that mask looks better than the fucking stupid shit and the ugly mug that he's got underneath that mask. Thank God that he was wearing that. Now, obviously, you know, if you were listening to that clip, because there's times where I had to like take my earphones out because I just couldn't stand listening to an absolute fuckwit like this guy. But while he was being pushed out by the construction worker, and props to that guy for, you know, he obviously looked like some kind of manager or supervisor or something like that, you know, taking initiative to say, get the fuck out of here because you're not allowed to be in here, which, like I said before, he's not allowed to. He was going on about Fukushima, which, if you don't know, once again, he's being fucking racist and just, you know, bringing up horrific events that have happened in Japan. Fukushima is like, I think it's a city or a region. I'm not exactly sure. Like a city, I think it's like some region in Japan. And in 2011, when they had massive tsunamis, there was a nuclear accident that happened in there. And it was you know, the 2011 Japanese tsunami. I remember that being on the news, and it was extremely bad. And then on top of that, it caused a nuclear accident to happen. And you know, during that time in 2011, during the tsunamis, a lot of lives were lost, and it was a very traumatic time for Japan. So for the fact that a foreigner, once again, this motherfucking dirtbag is going into a construction site where he's not allowed to be in, and you're just yelling racist shit like that. How does this guy still have a platform? The last time when he got punched in the face, which he fucking deserved it, he only got banned for 27 hours. And in my previous video, I said he should get banned for more, if not perma-banned. After this, Kick has to fucking do something about this, like, and perma-ban this motherfucker. Someone like this does not deserve a platform. Now, in my other videos, I talk shit about creators and say, like, you know, I don't really like what I think their content's kind of cringe. I think this content's cringe. I don't really like this content. That's just subjective to me at the same time. Like, I remember I was talking about the Aiden Ross situation and how stupid I think it was about him trying to bait everyone into, you know, him bringing on Kim Jong-un onto the fucking stream when we all know how stupid it was and that it actually wasn't going to happen. But you know what? It's not like he deserves to be banned or anything or suspended like that. I think it's stupid, but, you know, he's still allowed to have a platform, you know, even if it's dumb. But someone like this doesn't deserve a platform at all. This guy deserves to be perma-banned and fucking locked behind bars. So right now I'm going to show the clip, and like I said, it's going to have to be a zoomed in version of the article because for some reason I can't maximize it. I don't know why. I have no idea why I can't. It's like embedded onto their website for some reason. I can't even double click it or seem to expand it. So it's going to have to be a bit of a zoomed in version. But this is him getting arrested, and yeah, just watch it.
あ、っていうことね。オッケー。
オッケー、かけるよ。
はい。はい。全部差し押さえな。携帯電話と関係する証拠品。差し押さえ。はい。はい。
はい。34分ね。はい、タイム。これではい。33分。はい。はい。で、押さえ。はい。押さえ。はい。ここにパスポートあります。マバイグ。携帯とか充電関係。あと身分証明。My bag. My bag. Yo, free Somali. Hashtag free Somali. Free Somali. Hashtag free.
Thank fuck. And I said this in my last video as well. I'm going to repeat it again. If you frequently watch Johnny Somali at all, unironically, you're fucking 12. You're 12 and you're fucking immature. You should not be watching this guy. You should not be giving him the light of day. You should not be giving him any views. And thank fuck that this guy is finally being arrested. Now, there's obviously no updates from him of what has happened since his arrest or what his punishment is. But I hope that Japanese authorities deport this motherfucker. Deport him and put a ban the fact that he's saying that he's not allowed to come back into your country because he has disrespected your people. He has disrespected your culture. And I would not take that shit from a dirtbag like this guy. Deport him from your country, and if he goes to any country next, and he's allowed to have a platform, deport him from there too. And if he's from your fucking home country, lock him up, throw away the fucking key. Because a dirtbag like this does not deserve a platform and does not deserve any light of day. I'm glad that something has happened to him. I'm very surprised. You know, I was thinking that this is going to go one or two ways. Either he's going to get arrested or the Yakuza is going to whack him. And he's lucky that the first one happened, because if he got whacked by Yakuza, we would never hear from this motherfucker again. We would have never heard from him again. So he should consider himself fucking lucky. And in the clip of him getting arrested, he's saying free Somali. No free Somali. Don't free this motherfucker. Leave him where he belongs, in the dirt. And I hope that Kick perma-bans him. Perma-ban this motherfucker. And if he goes on, I don't know if he's banned on Twitch. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. Don't unban him, or if he's not, perma-ban him. YouTube, perma-ban. Anywhere that he has a platform, perma-ban this motherfucker. He doesn't deserve the light of day. So yeah, that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, let me go what you think about this whole situation. And not much else to say. I hope I don't have to talk about this motherfucker again. That's it from me. Peace out.